Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Justin Stapleton.
All right, as we mentioned, nice afternoon, not only inland, but at the coast as well. As you saw the cloud cover this morning get pushed back offshore, kind of get broken up as well as high pressure starting to build in. Beautiful shot right now, Coos Bay and North Bend out at the McCullough Bridge. They're sitting in temperatures around 64 degrees. Winds out the coast, you got to figure they're going to be up around 22 miles an hour, humidity at around 73%. Well, we'll start to see some of that cloud cover move back in later on this evening. Now, one of the other benefits of having all of that cooler Pacific air moving in across western Oregon as it has kept the fire threat fairly low, or at least lower than it has been for most of last week. Remember, last week we were under red flag warnings. Likely we'll see those crank up again as we head in towards the latter half of the week. And here's why. Right now, most of the valley, and including down to the Umpqua, under a fire weather watch. What that means is that humidity levels will be lowering down to lower than 20%, 10 to 20%. And that's because we'll get more of an offshore wind. An easterly wind will start picking up by late tomorrow evening, Thursday, and into Friday. And we'll also see the temperatures back into the upper 80s and probably low 90s in some spots. And so all the smoke that was pushed into the valley over the weekend from the Deception Complex, that was pushed back to the south the last couple of days. That will slowly start to work its way back up. Highway 58, Yellow Point Fire as well outside of Cottage Grove. We'll see both of those kind of keep some of the smoky conditions in the mix. Now, the good news is the last couple of days with that big push of the cooler ocean air, that's kept the air quality down in the good category for both Oak Ridge and Eugene. I do expect those to start creeping back up into the yellow, the moderate, and that's not where we want those to be. 82 degrees in Corvallis today. We were at 77 in Eugene. That is below average. I've not been able to say that for most of the summer. 78 in the Dalles, low 70s out in Bend, mid 80s down to Medford, and 58, very cool as you get down to the south coast. 60 right now in Florence. We're sitting in the mid to upper 70s inland here, and a little cooler out in the mountains so far. They're in the upper 60s in Bend. All right. Next 24 hours will look like this. Clear overnight tonight. Should be a good shot of the supermoon again this evening, except for the coast where we'll see some of the cloud cover kind of hold and sort of hug along the coastline. Should be back to sunny skies there at the coast tomorrow afternoon as high pressure starting to build in. That, along with a huge push of cold polar air, is going to be sliding off towards Minnesota and also into the Great Lakes. Why is that important to us? Because it's going to really increase those offshore winds, especially as you get up across Interstate 84, and some of that will work its way on down, which will continue to dry things out and really help to warm us up as we start to draw up that what we call thermal trough, or the heat low that develops up towards the coast. Both of those working together basically mean that we'll start to see the temperatures increase as we get in towards your weekend. So sunny and breezy at the coast tomorrow. You can see the coastal temperatures warming back up into the upper 60s to near 70. In the Umpqua, we'll be warming back up to the upper 80s. Might even see flirting with 90 down towards Canyonville, for example. In the Cascades, temperatures will be in the upper 60s and comfortable out into central Oregon with temperatures in the mid to low 70s. And for us here in the valley, will be in the low 80s, so a little warmer, but the north winds will continue to turn northeasterly over the next 24 hours. Coast, mid to upper 70s for the next couple of days, and then cooling off and more cloud cover by the weekend. The Umpqua is sizzling again in the mid 90s from Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday. The Cascades will see the temperatures in the upper 60s and mid 70s. I do expect red flag warnings probably will be posted at least next 24 hours. And here in the Willamette Valley, we'll go from the low 80s to the upper 80s. And oh yeah, I'll put the 90s back on the board for Saturday and Sunday.
Snuck them in there, didn't you?
Yeah, I tried.
All right.
I tried to keep them out.